What's up, guys? So I just actually got a really great idea from my video guy who asked me to write him a review on Upwork. And at first I was like, well, I want you to to stay with the project. I don't want to end this. What's going on? Like, because usually you only get reviews and feedback when you're done with the job. So I thought he ended the contract, and I didn't even see the end of contract. But he told me, he's like, no, just go to this link. And I went to the link, and it was for the contract, and it went into this new tab called feedback. And you can actually leave feedback now. And maybe this was something that was there for a while. I just never knew it, but this is so cool that you can actually generate feedback and positive reviews and things like that while you're in the middle of a project. And this, if Upwork is using an algorithm, they're collecting data points, right? Like, this is one more data point where Upwork's gonna see this and be like, oh, this is a great freelancer. Let me, kind of push them to the top in terms of search, in terms of invitations, in terms of maybe allowing them to access a new part of the platform, right? So there's all these maybe possible ancillary benefits from that. So what I'm gonna do real soon is just request that feedback, because a lot of my contracts have been open for a really long time, months, years even. And I think it would be great to start collecting data on that, because that's been a bad thing in the past, I think, with Upwork, because if you weren't getting paid for the job and it was open, they would deduct points from your score and things like that. So there was always this incentive to close the contract, get the feedback and that type of thing, because if you didn't close the contract and you weren't getting payments, there was no real way for Upwork to really understand what's going on here. Is this a bad contract? Is this a good contract? They have no way of understanding that. There's no nuance in the relationship or where they're at in the project, because a lot of times, you go through these kind of peaks and valleys of launches with clients. And so they may need you a lot of time for some weeks and then no time for other weeks, because they have, other projects going on themselves. So this is a brand new way of collecting feedback at a crucial point that I think that will allow Upwork to still say oh, this contract's going well, this is all operating in good faith. Looks like Adam has time because he's still in good standing, but there's just not time going towards this particular project. Let's push him up more. So my video guy requested this. I already did his actually, but I'm gonna start requesting this from my own clients too, because I think it's gonna be a really great way to keep pushing your score up while being midstream and still not even feel that anxiety of needing to close out the contracts, because that was, again, that was always a big thing. Oh, I gotta close this out. I have to not risk getting my score lowered. That could mean I'm not top rated, things like that. So that was a big kind of fear and anxiety source, and they just flipped that around and made it actually super positive. So, from what I see, Upwork is going to be concentrating a lot in the future, trying to make freelancers happy and figure out ways to keep pushing them up if they're doing the right things, right? They want to reward good behavior. And so this is just, kind of one more data point that they're going to be able to look at and judge quantifiably and put it into the algorithm and all this stuff. So if you haven't yet, check this out, and please request it from your clients, because I think it's going to really help you out. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.